It's about 4 or 5 minutes into the show, and let's get going. Basically, I've done a lot of prep already because I think you don't want to see me chopping up the vegetables. Got the old garlic here, got the spring onions there. I've already chopped it all up. I've got some ginger here. I've defrosted the fish. It's white fish, you know, you can get frozen fish. This is 300 grams here. I've got 3 times this amount for £4.55. So basically this is about £1.50. The recipe, Violet, is if you go, I don't know if you're watching on your computer or on your phone, but if you go to the page of this tour, you'll see, if you scroll down, you'll see a link to the recipe. Just click on that and it would take you to the Microsoft Word document, and everything's on there, okay? So anyway, first things first. This, by the way, this recipe, that's it. That's wicked. That's perfect. This recipe is for 2 people. So if you're cooking it just for yourself, you can still cook it. You can eat 1 portion. You can put 1 portion in the freezer, or you can put it in the fridge. You know, it's up to you. When I tend to cook rice, I tend to cook in a big pot. I'll show you the pot that I can cook my rice in. I normally cook my rice in that pot, fill it up, cook the rice, and I have like 6, 7 portions of rice, you know, ready. But anyway, let's start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wash the rice. I tend to wash it with warm water. I just run the water. I'm going to show you actually. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see that the water is not very clear. So I tend to run it and just do the rice like that. Strain it, and I tend to do that maybe 6 or 7 times until let's go up a bit. Yeah, I tend to do it about 6 or 7 times. Reason being is because if I don't, when I'm cooking the rice, it will end up being sticky, and we don't want our rice to be sticky. Hello Tina, Andrea. That's number 3. Philadelphia rocks, Andrea. Are you a supporter of the Philly Eagles, by the way? Because it's Super Bowl, it's getting to Super Bowl time. Ronnie, Lynn, S, welcome. You've come just in time because I've just started, and all I'm doing at the moment is I'm just washing the rice until it's actually clear. Wash the rice, just pour water in it. You can do it with cold water, you can do it with hot water, you can do it with warm water. Okay, Eagles all the way, baby. That's it. All right. I've done the rice now. I've washed it. It's clear. I'm gonna pour the rice into my little pot. And in the pot, I will put around about, I don't know, enough water to cover the rice by about an inch. So that's about that much. Then on it goes. Goes onto my trusty cooker over there, as you can see. I'm going to put it on a high heat. Just make sure I put. I don't know if you guys like. Any of you guys like salt a lot? I tend not to have a lot of salt, but if you like salt, stick a bit of salt in it. There's kind of, I mean, there's a lot of spices in this. There's the ginger, there's the garlic, you know, so you've also got your sesame oil. You've got your soy sauce, which is quite salty as well. So I'm not going to really put that much salt in it. So anyway, got the rice on there. I'm going to put a little bit of ginger and I'm going to put a teaspoon of soy sauce in the rice as well. So this is the ginger I prepared earlier. I'm just going to put about that much in. That was a teaspoon, by the way. Then I'm going to put my soy sauce, a teaspoon of soy sauce in. Mix it all up. Really, I should have one of those cameras that go from the ceiling so you can see down. But I will put it down so you can see a little bit better. Can you guys, rice? Yes, rice. The rice was, Ronnie, the rice was long grain, easy cook rice. Not basmati, but you can use basmati. You can use any rice you want. Don't use semolina, though. I wouldn't use that. But you know, you can use any other rice you want. So I've put the ginger in. I've put the soy sauce in, and I'm going to bring it to boil. So high heat. While that is going on, let's talk. You're a natural. Oh, yes, Chili Tea. You're a natural ginger. Someone told me that before. So while we're waiting, let's chat. What does everybody get for Christmas? Somebody tell me something nice that they got as a Christmas present. I mean, I got that. That's nice. That's lovely. You got Robin, you got an Instant Pot. What's an Instant Pot? What is an Instant Pot? I've never heard that before. Yeah, a Bromwin. Goes in the rice. It kind of seasons the rice. I'll tell you what, when I cook, you know what, I'm going to cook a Nigerian staple, jollof rice. I'm going to do one of those as a recipe. And when you see all the stuff that goes in that rice, you know, all the seasoning, the onions, the tomatoes, the garlic, the thyme, everything goes in there basically. So yeah, rice, you know what? If you're cooking rice, it just doesn't have to be just plain rice. Yeah, Roz, jollof rice is going to be on there. and it's going to be cheap. It's not going to be everything that I'm going to cook is going to be hopefully less than £2 per portion. This one here that I'm cooking now, it's actually just over £1 per portion, even though it seems quite a lot. It's not, you know. So if you know where to shop, I mean, obviously I'm not going to go to Waitrose or, you know, one of the really expensive shops to buy all my ingredients. I'm going to go to, you know, Lidl. I'm going to go to Aldi. Even when I went to Tesco's, the difference between Lidl and Tesco's, even for their own brand stuff, because I'll show you something. Okay, I like to buy, instead of buying milk, I like to buy these for either my cereal or my tea. So I bought this almond, basically plant-based milk. I bought it from Lidl for, I think it was 95p. That's how much I bought it for. If I went to Tesco and bought the Alpro one, that will cost me about £1.95. But I bought the Tesco one here. Actually, having said that, this is the oat one. The oat one from Lidl cost 85p. This one from Tesco costs £1.25. So basically that's 40p more. That's basically 50% more, just buying it from Tesco's. And they're the same thing, you know, they're literally the same thing. They taste the same, they, you know, they do the same thing. So if you shop at the right places, you'll get your money will go further. So I'm just looking at the rice to see whether it's boiling up. And by the way, this meal is only going to it'll probably take you 10-15 minutes to prep, and to cook it will only take you 20 minutes, you know. So, you know, 20 minutes for a meal, it's really, I remember when I used to, it says reconnecting here. Are you guys connected? I might actually have to see if I can. Are you guys connected? Yeah, Lidl and Aldi, that's correct. Lidl and Aldi, they don't do home delivery, unfortunately. I'll let you into a little secret. I actually used to work for Sainsbury's as a food delivery driver, and we used to get how much did we used to get 10% discount. So, okay, people have been saying that the connection's choppy. So what I might do is I'm just yeah, okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna just change something, okay, and see if I can work that out. All right, sorry guys. I'm trying to. How's that? Is that any better? I hope so. Anyway, as I was saying, I used to work for Sainsbury's as a delivery driver, and we used to get 10% off, which it wasn't bad. But to be perfectly honest, Sainsbury's was expensive. You know, I mean, what I'd buy, even with my 10% discount, I could still go down to Lidl and get stuff cheaper, and it wasn't all that much. You know, it wasn't all that much better in quality anyway. I mean, the quality, Sainsbury's own brand quality is similar to Lidl own brand quality. Just looking at the rice, we are cooking, as they say. What I'm going to do, once the rice has cooked to a certain level and the water's got a bit low, we put the fish on top of it. We put the fish on top of it. We put some a little bit more seasoning. We put some garlic on top of it. We put the spring onions on it. Also, we're gonna fry the beans. The beans are frozen, by the way. I've already measured them out and stuck them back in the freezer. Get me frying pan out. That's for the beans. I've got 3 of them. That's my big one, and I've got smaller sizes. Aldi, Violet, Aldi and Lidl, they're much cheaper everywhere. Even I went to Sevilla in Spain. I think it was around about March, April last year, and they had Lidl's. Yeah, they got Lidl's in Spain. If you don't like Sam, I guess, yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, if you don't like rice, sure, you can do pasta. I mean, in fact, thinking about it, it would probably be a lot easier if you do it with pasta. Just boil the pasta, stick a bit of, like seasoning on it, stick a bit of ginger on it, and then put the rice. You can probably, with the pasta, you could probably cut up the fish into bits, stick it in the pasta, do the beans, fry your beans. The beans will probably take, I don't know, not long to cook, 5 minutes. So once the rice has done enough for me to put the fish on top, I will start with the beans. I always like to taste my rice to make sure that I don't want it to get too soft. I use vegetable oil. I'm going to use vegetable oil. I could use butter, but I think with the beans being frozen, I'd want to use vegetable oil. Not too much, just maybe a tablespoonful. Yeah, couscous again. Couscous jelly. Couscous is nice. If you make it with stock, what stock would you use? I tend to use 3 kinds of stock. I use beef, chicken, and vegetable. So if I did couscous, it would probably be vegetable stock. Almond flour pasta for those with, okay. Barbara C has come up with a good suggestion. Use almond flour pasta if you've got celiac disease. Because You know what? I think a lot of the stuff that we've got going wrong with us these days, a lot of it is to do with how we now make our food, how we feed our animals with whatever to make them bigger. You know, all the stuff that we put in our plants and veg to make them bigger and look bigger. Back in the day, we could get a carrot that is wonky. We could get an ugly looking potato that's, you know, we'd eat it. You know, we'd wash it and we'd eat it. But now the supermarkets, they tend to say, oh, if it don't look perfect, we're not having it, you know. If you go into the supermarkets in the UK, you won't be able to find any eggs. I mean, they've been saying that, oh, it's because of avian flu, you know, we got bird flu, we got this flu. Sorry, Sam. Really sorry about that. You know what? What I'm gonna do, anyway, as I said, I'm recording this on, I've got another camera recording it. And that is going to go onto my YouTube channel. So what I will do at the end, you know, I'm going to put a link into the YouTube channel, so you'll be able to go back and have a look at that video and, you know, basically see everything that you're seeing now. Okay, people, time to heat up the oil for the beans. I'm going to start it on a low heat because, as you can see, the rice has still got a lot of water in it. Once that water's fairly drained from the rice, we're going to put the fish, which is here, on the rice, that fish. Put a tiny little bit of seasoning on the fish. That's basically my taste, you know. I mean, I kind of like most of my food seasoned. You will never see me eat chicken that hasn't been seasoned. All my chicken will be seasoned, whether it's jerk seasoning, whether it's even if it's just salt, pepper, some onions, you know, it's got to be seasoned. You know, my chicken has got to be seasoned. I said, Bronwyn, I just seasoned the fish with a bit of standard fish seasoning. You know, that's all. Just sprinkle a little bit over it. You know, and yeah. To do how we're gonna do the beans is basically we're just gonna put the beans in the frying pan, fry it with some garlic in it, and we're gonna add some sesame oil and some soy sauce. We're gonna fry the beans until they're, I mean, bearing in mind the beans are gonna be frozen. So obviously we need to heat them up a bit. Where are we? Oh, yeah. It would help if I put the right hob on. I put the top hob on instead of the bottom one. Yes, so where were we? It's the beans that we're going to do now. I will take the beans out and I'll show you what kind of beans we have. So I've got the beans in the freezer. I actually already weighed them and I took them out of the big bag and I put them in this. So basically that is 250 grams of beans that we're going to use. Gonna stick some of this lovely garlic on it. We're going to stick some of the lovely ginger on it. We're going to put some sesame oil on it. Yeah, green beans, Tony. Green beans. Love my green beans. It's not baked beans. A bit of soy sauce. And I wish someone would teach us how to make very plain food for all the people with autoimmune disease. What do you mean by plain food? Give me an example, because it's something that, you know, I'm sure we could do. I mean, for instance, on Sunday, I was actually watching, what's his name? Rick Stein. Anyone know Rick Stein? He's a famous chef, and he was in France doing his thing, and he just did this recipe where he had leftover bread, chopped it up, chop, had some lardons. Lardons are already chopped up bacon anyway. Just flung it in a frying pan, put some like garlic in it, put some onions in it, you know, fried it all up, put it out on the plate. So I thought, ooh, I haven't had breakfast yet, so let me try that. I tried it. Oh my God, it was delicious. Barbara, people with long COVID. No, people with long COVID can't have garlic, spring onions, leeks, etc. You can't have, they can't have fish. Barbara, have you got long COVID, or do you know people with long COVID? And long COVID can't, people with long COVID can't have fish. What can they have? Okay, if you want to get flavour from food, the problem with a lot of the food nowadays is that a lot of the food is just so over-treated, you know? Alright. Here we go. We are going to bang this onto the lovely frying pan. There. I keep these, by the way. Once I use one, I just wash it and use it again. Saves money, and it saves, well, that saves the planet basically. It's plastic, so I want to be able to reuse it. Yeah, okay. Herbs. That's true. I've got lots of herbs up here. Basil, really good. There's fenugreek is more a spice though, because I love using fenugreek. Oh my days, fenugreek was. I put fenugreek on most things. Fennel, yeah, you can use fennel. I've got some fennel seeds up here. This is my spice rack, by the way, and it's got loads of stuff in it. All right. I need to throw out my green beans. Okay, the rice now. The rice has got to a stage where the water is almost, you know, it's below the top level. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my fish on it, and then bring the rice back to a low heat. I'm actually going to cut my fish in two because my pot is not that big. Put it on top, not inside, on top. Remember, if you're going to be holding the fish like that, remember to wash your hands before you touch your food. Sam, yeah, I think so. I think I might do once, either once a fortnight or once a week, you know, something like that. Because basically, I like cooking anyway. I always cook for myself. I cook for myself. I cook for the missus. Yeah, I like cooking. So why not? I think. If you're gonna join me, it'll be nice. At the end of the day, imagine if you had, okay, so you got your breakfast, you got your lunch, and you got your dinner. Imagine if you had one meal a day, 7 meals in your locker that you could cook, and each meal cost you, you know, like £1 per portion, maybe at a stretch £1.50 per portion. Just think of all that money you could save to go on holiday. Where would you go? Spain, France, Paris, the Caribbean? Where would you go? I like sunshine, so I would, if I was going to Europe, I'd probably go maybe Greece, Athens was. Oh, you go to London, bro? Yeah, I mean a lot of guys, well, I say guys, I mean people. A lot of people from America love the idea of coming to London. Let's stick some of this garlic on the green beans, because the green beans now have kind of done their business. Probably in about 5 minutes, we'll be done. Yeah. And I'll put it on the plate. A bit of sesame oil. Give it a bit of flavour. Bit of soy sauce. Teaspoon, maybe 1.5. When I do my stir fry, I like to put soy sauce This is light soy sauce, so it's not as, it won't be as salty. When I say light, I don't really mean the colour. I mean, it's not as salty as the dark soy sauce. Yeah, so saucy sauce. You know what? I like my sauce. I like my gravy. This here is gravy that I made earlier, but it's not gonna go on this because this is more like gravy for meat. So I would have this with either beef or chicken or something like that. I'm gonna be a little bit daring and spicy up a bit, and I'm gonna put a little bit of celery in it. Because, as the young people say, YOLO, you only live once. And I like my veg anyway. Another thing, to save money, one way of saving money is buy your onions like that. These onions cost me about 90 pence, right? And what I do is I buy them like that, and then I actually chop them up. I chop them up, and then after I've chopped them up, I just put them in freezer bags and put them in the freezer. So when I'm ready to use onions, I've got my onions there that I can take out, and it's so cheap. Celery is the work of the devil. You think so? Listen, some people say I'm a devil. I mean, look, red. Look at the eyes as well. Look, I could pass for a devil there. All right, let me just taste this because I think this is basically getting ready. Okay, the rice is basically almost done. Putting the spring onions in. No, I don't use a veg peeler, I just use a knife. Get yourself one of them. It's knife sharpener. Get some nice knives. These are kitchen devils. And basically, use a knife sharpener. Always make sure your knife's sharp. If you invest in a good set of knives that will last you, basically last you a lifetime, really, and you won't need to faff around with buying another set. All right, people. I'm just gonna put these beans up a little bit higher for, say, about 2 minutes, and then I'll be ready to serve. If you want some, unfortunately you're gonna have to come through the phone and get some. Yeah, Tony, occasional blips, Wi-Fi, you know. just as a question, how many of you guys are vegetarian? Or how many of you guys would like to see me cook a vegetarian meal? MB, the recipe, the link for the recipe is on the actual on the tour page. So if you exactly, Tony, thanks very much, guys. That's the link for the recipe. So you see it. All right, we have liftoff. What I'm gonna do a little bit of drainage. I'm gonna get my plate out. Actually, no, I'm gonna use another plate. Same style, just a different one because I just washed that and it's got a little bit of water on it. If you guys could smell this. 2 minutes and it will be ready. Yes, MB, I'm a carnivore as well. Green and orange veg with herbs, please. Okay, Barbara, I will think of something. Because I actually remember long time ago, I'm talking about maybe 35 years ago, I used to date a vegetarian, and so everything in the house we used to have to cook. It used to be vegetables or whatever, but it used to be healthy stuff. It wasn't like just salads or anything. We used to make nut roasts. We used to make vegetable like like shepherd's pie, but a vegetable potato pie. It was lovely, So I remember a recipe that we used to do the vegetable pie. We used to have leeks. We used to have obviously potatoes. We used to have leeks, carrots. We used to have peas. We used to put baked beans in it. We'd put baked beans in it. We'd put it on the dish and we'd mash up the potatoes and we'd put the potatoes all over it, stick it in the oven. Oh, it was lovely. The leeks, if you put the leeks in it, that made it really nice actually. All right, people. It's ready. I am gonna serve this and then you will see. I don't know how those chefs do their plates, but this is a serving for 2 people. And this bit is for 1 person. I've got a whole load in there left. How to make it pretty. Little bit of sprinkling. And here we have it. This cost me about £1.10 to make. Just the rice, you got fish, you got your white fish here. I'm going to put it a bit further back. You got your white fish there, you got your green beans, you got your celery, you got ginger, you got garlic in there. And now the taste test. You know when people taste things and they do cook, they cook things and they taste it and they go, mmm, off camera. Well, this one, I'm gonna be honest with it. So I'm gonna taste it. I'm actually gonna taste a bit of the rice with the fish. Tastes. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you my verdict. I don't like to have a lot of salt. So if you like salt in your food, you will probably want to put some salt in this recipe. There's nowhere in the recipe that there's salt. So if you like salt, put some salt in. I'm not a salt guy, but apart from that, delicious. And that's gonna fill me up. You know, I have this with a glass of water with some fresh lemon squeezed in it. And then for dessert, maybe chop up a banana, get orange, clementine, tangerine, put that in a bowl with the banana, put some yogurt on it. If you don't like yogurt, maybe you put Alpro on it, drizzle a bit of honey on it, and you got your dessert. You got a full meal. Not bad. Anyway, guys, I know you guys, you don't want to please stay in there watching me having my lovely dinner, but I'm going to do another one. I'll do another one of these recipes. Maybe I'll do it for next Monday. What I would do is I think I'm going to stick to Mondays, to do it on Mondays. It might be this Monday. If it's not this Monday, it will be next Monday. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, in the link, you got the recipe. This whole meal for 2 people is going to cost you about £2.20 for 2 people. Remember that, guys. Remember that. So you got yourself a cheap, healthy meal. Good luck, guys. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care.